All right, here we go, and we're back. Season 2, Episode 13, SVU Sports Weekly, brought to you by Knights Table Media. I'm your host, Connor Shank, here alongside SVU alumni Jake Shank. What's going on, Jake?
Going on? Good to be back, everybody. Back to another week of covering the great athletes at SV. So let's just jump into it.
Yep. Yeah. Like you said, it's welcome back to those of you who joined us in the past and those who are here for the first time. It's a first episode of the year. So, Nice Tip Media is a media outlet that supports and showcases SVU athletes. And this is kind of the weekly sports recap show. And in recent news, we had JT Couture from the men's lacrosse team on. So, go check out that episode. Interviewed him about the upcoming season. And we also have Jeremy Brown up next for the men's volleyball team. So, looking forward to drop that one probably here this week soon. So, yeah, that's that.
Yeah, those were great interviews. We're going to get those kind of back in and rolling as these kind of sports start to start up again. So this week, the Knights competed in 7 games. We're looking forward to kind of some new sports, kind of winter sports starting up here on the next week or two. But I mean, as of right now, the Knights are rolling. They're pretty hot on some good win streaks. So let's jump into those games.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think we'll start here with women's basketball as they had their first game of the week earlier this week was a 72 to 38 victory over Pfeiffer, where 13 Knights scored in this game, which is awesome to see. Full team performance from coast to coast here. Marissa Voon went 2 for 2 from downtown. You had Alyssa Weiland, who led the team in points with a season high 16. You had Abigail Snyder added 7 points, with Aisha Foster adding another 7 and 3 steals. On the back end of that, Allison Newman led the team in rebounds with 5. Then going into their second game of the week, where they dominated William and Peace, 101 to 47. And we had 5 Knights actually scoring double digits here, with Abigail Snyder leading the Knights in scoring with 18 points, 7 rebounds. Addison Newman also adding 14 points as well. And then Aisha Foster dropping a season high in points with 14, and then a massive season high 6 blocks. So real block party down there. And then here we go with Ruth Kempler, scored 11 points and 7 rebounds. So that was awesome to see there. And then we had overall in the season, their Knights are 12-2 with a 6-0 conference record, 7-0 at home, running a 10-game winning streak going into this upcoming week. And then now on to men's basketball.
Yeah, just looking back on the women's team right now, they are hot. They're on a
Yep,
roll right now. Like you said, I think 7-0 at home,
yep,
which is great. Like they've always said, protect the barn. So
no
keep that
doubt.
rolling. All right, jumping over to the men's side. They had a couple big wins this week. Started off with Methodist. They won 66-55. DJ Green had 12 points. Hiram McConkey scored a career or season high 12 points. Eli Ballstead added 11 points, 3 boards. And then Luis DeVore dropped a season high 11 points, 6 boards. And Tillman Johnson ended it off with 10 points and 6 rebounds. So that game was good. Pfeiffer was a good opponent, Methodist was a good opponent, but they took care of them right there. So jumping over to Pfeiffer, it was an overtime thriller. Great game, 98-95. That one was at the barn, so it was great to see kind of the home fans there for the game winner. Some top performers: Eli Ballstead led the team with 25 points and 6 boards. Tyler Karchner scored a season high of 24 points. DJ Green scored 20 points, and then going along with 4 from 6 from downtown, and as well had the buzzer beater in overtime to give the Knights the victory. And then Tillman Johnson led the team, 5 assists. Jude Bolstead led the team with 2 steals, and then Christian Good led the team with 10 rebounds. So that was a great game. Like I said, thriller against a great Pfeiffer opponent. And then they ended off the week with a 81-69 win against William and Peace. Some top performers are Tyler Karchner led the team in scoring, 19 points, 7 boards. Tillman Johnson led the team in rebounds with 8, as well as 5 assists. Eli Ballstead again added 18 points, 6 boards. And then DJ Green finished it off with 15 points and 6 boards. So as of right now, the Knights men basketball is 13-2 on the season, with a 9-game win streak, and as well 6-0 at home. So going back to the bar, and it's a great place to play. And just everybody keep packing it and keep winning out there.
Yep, sure. And then on to men's volleyball here, where the men's volleyball team is ranked number 1 in the country in the AVCA coaches poll to head onto the season here. The men's volleyball team had a scrimmage earlier on Saturday at Eastern Mennonite this past weekend, and then stay tuned for the Jeremy Brown interview, and they kind of have an upcoming Crimson and White scrimmage as well. So a lot to look forward to with the men's volleyball season coming up as they are going on a really really fantastic year last year. 29-0 headed into the national championship game, and then falling short, and so now they're kind of on their revenge tour, one might say. And so we kind of touched on that a little bit in the episode with Jeremy Brown. So make sure to tune into that this week.
Yeah, men's volleyball starting up. Everybody's super excited for this. Like you said, the AP polls came out. They're ranked number 1 for the first time in school history, so that's awesome to see. Looking to just come off a great season from last year, and I think they kick off their season with a home opener on Friday against Liberty. So I think the Crimson and White scrimmage is Thursday, and then
Yep.
Friday will kick the season off. Just jumping over to men's wrestling. The Knights went 1-1 this week. SVU was 38, Pikeville was 14, and then they lost 22 to West Virginia Tech, 22-30. Matthew Papa won 10-1 versus opponent. Francisco Ramirez won 23-11. Matthew Papa again won 9-1. Tyson Hopes defeated his opponent via fall. Richie Kulisa beat his opponent 11-3, and then Sawyer Ferry beat his opponent. So great weekend on the mat for the men's side.
Yep, no doubt. And then women's wrestling had the week off. They have a match coming up this week. I believe it's SVU Invitational. So that'll be sweet to see as that's be hosting that. And then on to fan favorite here, SVU Players of the Week. So once again, we kind of post this Saturday, Sunday, vote in. We get a lot of loving messages on star athletes and people to promote and talk about good performances and things like that. So for the men's player of the week this week, it is Tyler Karchner, senior from Draper, Utah, where he averaged over 15 points a game this week in the 3 matches, scoring a season high 24 points along with a season high, and I think it was game 3 or game 2, 10 field goals made. And then on the women's side, the women's player of the week is Aisha Foster, junior from Knightdale, North Carolina. Added a season high 14 points, and like I said earlier, season high 6 blocks. So which is awesome to see. Really protecting the paint, protecting the hoop there, and then with her other 7 points and 3 steals earlier in that week. So shout out to those players and all the others and the fan votes and things. Shout out for the players of the week. And Jake, take it away for upcoming games.
Yeah, for sure. So congratulations to the players of the week. Obviously, it's a great accomplishment to have your top performance kind of the whole week and get represented. Everybody kind of keeps sending in those votes. Those are awesome to see. All these different kinds of athletes get nominated, and it's awesome to pick one every week. So just jumping into the upcoming events this week, Monday and Tuesday, there's no action. We'll just be free. And then Wednesday, men's basketball is at Greensboro, as well as women's basketball is in the barn against Salem. And then Thursday, men's wrestling at Randolph, as well as the Crimson and White scrimmage for the men's volleyball. And then on Friday, the men's and women's track team will participate at the Finn Pincus Invitational. And then Friday night is when men's volleyball will also have their home opener against Liberty. So make sure to pack the barn for that one. And then Saturday, men's cross country, men's and women's track and field, are again back at Finn Pincus Invitational. We got women's basketball at Brevard, men's wrestling at Will Abel Invitational. Women's wrestling is home with the SVU Invitational. And then to close it off, we've got men's basketball at North Carolina Wesleyan. So that kind of just wraps up the week, this upcoming week. And thanks everybody for kind of tuning in. Keep tuning in, giving us advice. Make sure if you have anybody for an interview, coach, player, send it in. We'd love to get as many people as we can on these interviews. And so, go ahead.
Yep, appreciate it. Yeah, and that's kind of the end of today's show for SVU Sports Weekly. I hope you enjoyed the show and got a closer look at the incredible talent that SVU has. And like I said, we have a lot of winning streaks going on Men's volleyball is number one in the country, so a lot of things to promote and keep spreading the good athletes across the country. So make sure to follow our pages, Instagram, Twitter, X, YouTube, things like that. We'll be coming out with more content each week, and make sure to like and subscribe and check out the channels and go Knights.
Very nice.